So it's Doctor Who Day. It's the 23rd of November 2022, Doctor Who's 59th anniversary, and to celebrate, the Doctor Who Twitter account or the Doctor Who press team have been dropping announcements basically every hour on their social media platform. So, about 10 hours ago, they celebrated Doctor Who Day by dropping on Twitter this diamond logo to celebrate specifically the 60th anniversary of the show next year. So this is basically the variant that we've seen for Shooty Gatwa's era proper, but this is going to be what is going to be on all the merchandise and all of the programming and everything next year. It's, of course, diamond patterned, but it's also got the diamond texturing there as well. Doctor Who, 60 years. It looks pretty cool. And then, an hour later, they dropped this artwork from Lee Binding with all of these doctors. So we've got, from left to right, 7, 9, 3, 5, fugitive, 13, 8, 14, 11, 1, 4, 12, 10, war, 6, and 2. And this is why I'm not put on any other quiz teams, because I only know Doctor Who trivia. And you've got these weird floating rocks as well with the pink dots in them, which I'm presuming are going to be the replacement for all of those red crystals that was in the 13th Doctor marketing. So that dropped as well. A very happy hashtag Doctor Who Day from all of the doctors. I'm sure that Scream of the Shauker and Curse of Fatal Death fans and Peter Cushing Doctor Who Dalek movie fans have got some issues with that. But anyway, we also got some announcements from Forbidden Planet, who are dropping a bunch of exclusive merch available for pre-order online or in store today for the 60th anniversary. They also dropped, I think it was Make Me an Offer, who did a trailer for. You can watch this on the official Doctor Who YouTube channel. A 10th Doctor and Donna appreciation trailer, which is basically just a highlight reel of the Runaway Bride and Series 4, and it's a beautiful trailer. This is like Series 4 supremacy. I absolutely love it. We also got a Happy Doctor Who Day message from Catherine Tate and David Tennant. I can probably quickly play this, and hopefully the ban hammer won't come down.
Happy Doctor Who Day!
I don't know who I am anymore.
Happy Doctor Who Day!
Exciting times. We also, later on, we got this image as well, this brand new promotional artwork. I think Lee Binding did this as well for the 14th Doctor and his TARDIS over there. You can go on the official Doctor Who website and read some information about him. Played by David Tennant. I know these teeth. So, there's not really that much to say about this though. So, it's just a really cool piece of artwork. So we scroll a little bit further up as well, and Character Options have decided to drop a brand new regeneration set available on their website now. Apparently there's going to be loads of these, so you don't really have to rush immediately to their website to pre-order. I think it's like $29.99, but it's a 13th Doctor regeneration set where she's in the Sacha Dhawan master costume, which is the amalgamation Frankenstein version of the costume that he wore in The Power of the Doctor, and also this face, which has obviously seen some death from David Tennant here. Can I zoom in anymore? Oh, it won't let me zoom in anymore. that face has seen some shit. Anyway, right, so you can get that on the Character Options website as well. Ooh, balloons. It's also Michelle Gomez's birthday. She apparently shares a birthday with Doctor Who. Exciting stuff. Then they announced via trailer a epic mammoth 8-part audio drama for Big Finish, which is going to celebrate the 60th anniversary of Doctor Who, called Once and Future. You're able to go on their website and see kind of what they've got in mind for it. So it's going to star Tom Baker, Peter Davison, Colin Baker, Sylvester McCoy, Paul McGann, Christopher Eccleston, and David Tennant. And this isn't going to be like one epic big box set. This is going to be 8 releases released over the course of 2023, which is going to be starring these respective Doctors, and, quote, dozens more guest casts still to be revealed. We'll talk about this later on in the live stream. They have been sharing some awesome pieces of artwork from the Doctor Who fandom, which is terrific. Then they showed this official promotional image of the 13th Doctor in that Sacha Dhawan amalgamation costume. So we finally have a top-to-bottom shot of Jodie Whittaker in this costume. So those folks who wanted accuracy now know what the boots and the trousers look like of the costume, because you never really got a good proper look at it on the in the episode proper. Then, further up, after celebrating the exact time An Unearthly Child was broadcast back in 1963, they did a video montage of all of the times the Doctors have met, which, you know what, that's pretty cool, whatever, it's not really my thing. However, if you go onto their YouTube channel...
Don't forget to click below to subscribe to the official Doctor Who YouTube channel.
So it's official. It's official now, okay? You should also do as he says, okay? Anyway, so yeah, a lot of people got very, very excited about that. Okay, and just as this stream was starting, one last question for hashtag Doctor Who Day. We want to know, what does Doctor Who mean to you? But I'm streaming right now, so I can't really do anything about that. So yeah, that's basically everything that dropped on Doctor Who Day. Very exciting stuff. We are now a year away from the show's 60th anniversary, of course, and it's a year away until David Tennant, Catherine Tate, and Russell T Davies return to the show proper. Exciting times ahead. Key and Stockton's special soundtrack announced. That was announced a week or two ago, but has that come out today? It came out yesterday. The long-awaited pre-order for Doctor Who Series 13 Special CD. This link was tweeted out yesterday. This comes out on CD on the 13th of January 2023. And I think it's got a digital release in the coming weeks. Also, by the way, Segan Akinola, the absolute Chad, whose name I know for a fact just now I just mispronounced because he did a video on his Twitter account talking about how to pronounce his name. So I'm going to shut up and let him explain it.
Hey everyone. I've been thinking a lot about names this year, probably because of the birth of my daughter. And my wife and I spent a lot of time thinking about her name and thinking about the meaning of it. And in the process, I just remembered a feeling I've had over the past few years, because actually the pronunciation that most people use for my name isn't quite right. And that's something that I've gone along with for a very, very long time. And I just started to feel like, actually, I'd quite like to just tell people the correct pronunciation of my name and to really just enjoy and celebrate this name that my parents gave me, which I love. So from now on, I'm going to start telling people the correct pronunciation of my name, and I'll be really, really grateful for all those who give it a go. But if you're wondering how to pronounce my name, it's Segun Akinola. So one more time, it's Segun Akinola.
Okay, so that's terrific, Sagan. I just wish that you'd said this long before I'd recorded several videos where I've mispronounced your name. That's just, I was bad with shooting. There's no way you could have been as bad as Crispy Pro, who in his announcement video for that said Nkuti, which, to be fair, if you do not know traditionally non-English or non-American names, that's how you're gonna say it, because that's how it's spelt. But, different cultures, different backgrounds, they have different ways of pronouncing their names. Kind of like how in Wales, when there's a place that's spelt Llandudno, but when it's LL in Welsh, it's like Llandudno. And for some reason, Llandudno is sort of my reference point for how to have certain Welsh pronunciations. But also, speaking of absolute Giga Chads who were doing stuff online this past week, also today, repping Doctor Who as best he can, we had Tharies, who might still be in the chat. He was in the chat earlier. Tharies was on BBC News, not to talk about Doctor Who, but to talk about a Paralympian who is going into space with NASA.
All across, the world and in every different sector, the idea of, a disabled astronaut or a para-astronaut is just such a huge accomplishment and a huge step forward for, I guess, every disabled person.
I suppose the fascinating thing is that about in a zero gravity environment, the fact that you are, let's say, paraplegic or whatever, shouldn't actually in itself make much difference.
No, if anything, I know that for a lot of disabled people, sort of hydrotherapy is a very common thing, and that's kind of used because it kind of almost simulates lesser gravity as well. So, yeah, I think...
so that's awesome. Go check out the full segment. It's on the Tharies Highlights channel. It's just under 4 minutes long. In the chat, how would John Travolta pronounce it? I remember there was a website because at the Oscars, he called Idina Menzel, who plays Elsa in Frozen and was the Wicked Witch in Wicked, Adele Dazeem. So there was a website that would John Travolta-fy your name, the Adele Dazeem name generator. Here we go. So Segun Akinola's name. How does John Travolta pronounce it? Stephen Alexander. So, that broke me very quickly. Sorry. Okay, new name. Shooty Gatwa's name. What Shooty Gatwa said by John Travolta? Naomi Garcia. I think the Stephen from Segun Akinola was just so... Cyberman of Mr. TARDIS has left the library. Mr. TARDIS has been saved. Thank you. Should try Tharies. Oh, go on. Why not? We talked about Tharies as well. Oh, God, I'm crying. Okay. Tharies. Travis. Travis, are you still in the chat? Toby, why and how did he get on the news? There was news of a Paralympian who was applying to become an astronaut at NASA, so he was brought on as a big sci-fi fan and a YouTuber who wanted to talk about the subject. Oh my goodness. Lily Who, please do mind. Only if I do Lily Who. 1 second. Have we found our new rabbit hole? Lily Who in John Travolta speak. Right, Lucy Weed. Lucy Weed. And I'm just realised a lot of people might not have been able to see what was in it because of the chat in the corner. I'm very sorry. Second I can know was Stephen Alexander. Vortex Alliance stay on target. No, we're way past that now. And Mr. TARDIS. Mark Taylor's. Oh, also, on Doctor Who Day, this has been announced. We talked about this on stream last week, but they've officially said it on Twitter. Actor William Russell has broken a record with his return to Doctor Who after 57 years and 120 days. Actor William Russell has broken the Guinness Book of World Records for the longest recording gap between TV appearances. Well, William Russell played one of the original Doctor Who companions who left at the end of The Chase, and then he returns 57 years and 120 days later in The Power of the Doctor, as the same character as Ian Chesterton. So he broke the record by a pretty wide margin. Does anyone remember what the second place was? It was like in the 40-ish years range, wasn't it? 47 years or something. I think it was 40. It was from Corrie. Yeah, it was something. It was in the 40-ish range. So William Russell has broken that record by over a decade, which is awesome. So congratulations to William Russell for getting into the Guinness Book of World Records. Also for Doctor Who Day, Big Finish dropped their 9th Doctor box set, Hidden Depths. Which is going to be the 9th Doctor having an encounter with the Sea Devils, and works as a pseudo-sequel to Stranded, where Liv Chenka and Tanya Bell meet the 9th Doctor. So these two are companions or friends of the 8th Doctor. We last saw them in Stranded, and they're meeting the 9th Doctor in this box set. They dropped this today on Doctor Who Day. 3 stories: The Seas of Titan by Elizabeth Miles, Lay Down Your Arms by Lisa McMullen, and Flat Pack by John Dorney.